This one's my Hibs debut. I think I was 17 years old, coming up for 18, so that was against Hibernian in the Cup, and I was managed to get a great result that day. It was a 3-0 win that took us through to the next round, so all in all it was a good day for me.
And what sort of moment did you know you were making your debut? When did you find out?
I think it was the day before. The under 19s coach at the time, who was Alistair Stevenson, told me that the manager was thinking about putting me in, and I think David Murphy at the time was injured and Lewis had got an injury as well, so there was no sort of available left backs, and obviously gave me the chance.
And that was Mix's first game as manager?
Yeah, that was Mix's first game as well, so that was obviously, I'm grateful to him for giving me a debut, and what was such a big match for him as well, to have that confidence in me to put me in was great. So it was a good day, and obviously glad we got the win to cap it off.
And obviously you played left back that day and you play centre back now. How was that?
I think the way the under 19s coach at the time, Alistair, always told me was the plan was probably come through as a left back and eventually move into centre half, because obviously at 17 years old it's hard to play at that age at centre half, which is a hard position to come in. So it was good to break in at left back, and then eventually I shifted over. My first goal for Hibs, that was in a 3-2 win against Falkirk at home. I think that goal put us 3-1 up, and then Falkirk scored later on, made it a bit closer towards the end. But the goal itself, like, a crosses came in and fell a free kick, and Colin Nishu sort of headed it back in the middle of the goals, and I just managed to nod it in. That was a great feeling. Obviously something you dream about as a boy, being a Hibs fan, and imagine to score your first goal was just it was great for me, and also gave me a lot of confidence at that time.
Were you still playing left back at that time?
Yeah, still left back in that team. I think Rob Jones was still there at the time, so he was playing at centre half. He was a great sort of leader at the club that helped me a lot when I first came in, especially in my debut, and at times like this when I've scored my first goal, he was always there next to me, talking me through games and things like that. And I suppose it's great to have players like that in the team that can help young boys along.
And obviously you're going to be helping the younger players along now.
Yeah, definitely. I try and pass it on to you, especially when you see young boys in the squad for the first time or making their debuts. It's Rob never said much to me on my debut. It was just a case of it's just a game of football. Go and do what you're used to doing, and it's just simple things like that help. And I've tried to pass that on to the young boys that have made their debut since. Mark and Messi. I don't know about Mark and Messi. I've tried to get close to him a few times, but again, it's a great experience playing against players like that at Barcelona. Also the result wasn't too great that day, but we got a bit of hammering, but it was a good experience to say I've been on the pitch as the best player that's probably ever played the game, so it was enjoyable.
And what other players that day sort of stood out for you?
The ones that really stood out, probably Henri played that day and Good Johnson, so I think that was the three up front: Henri, Good Johnson and Messi. So now we're always going to have our hands full. PK as well, I think he played. He was just pinging the ball diagonally all over the pitch, and it was obviously great to play against. I think we're probably lucky that day because Spain had just won the Euros as well, so all the players that had played in the Euros, they just done a bit on the pitch before the game, and then that was then finished. So there could have been a lot more involved that day, but no, it was a good experience, and one to look back on with good memories. Captain of Hibs. I don't know what to say about this really. Obviously the only times I've really captained the club has been when sort of the club captain's been unavailable, but every time I've done it's been a great honour and something I'm very proud of doing. I got that responsibility quite a lot when I was quite young, maybe 2021. That I was surprised about, but obviously the managers at the time had a lot of confidence in me to do that job, and I try to lead by example on the pitch anytime, whether you've got the armband or not. It's you try and lead by example and do the best for the club. So as I said, it's been an honour and something I'm proud to do for the club. Scoring at Tynecastle, what I'll probably say about this is it's probably the best feeling I've ever had on a football pitch. To score at the home of your rivals in the last minute, to get an equaliser, and then obviously making it even better to go through in the replay as well. So that was a big goal, and probably the biggest goal in my career, and definitely the one I enjoyed the most.